Your game as usual. I was so glad to be here with you this past Sunday for your 63rd anniversary. And it was my first involvement with podcasts. And I just love it. I love it. I love it. And we're going to be doing some great things together. And we have some great people here with us tonight, making this maiden voyage an awesome voyage. And I appreciate the management working with us, getting us started. Everything always has a rookie. So I'm trying to be rookie of the year. And with the listening audience and the looking audience, is the Reverend James Jerome Bell wanted to know, and Reverend Fair.
Yes.
We'll get a name. We got it together. We're live and rolling, and I'm thrilled about it. And I'm looking forward to see if Miss Vivian, Minister Vivian Louise Sharp, is she in the house?
This is the podcast.
Amen. If Vivian is in the house, please come forward. Okay, Mr. Bibb.
Vivian, Minister Vivian Louise Sharp.
And we have other guests also. Right. It's all set. We're
Yeah,
gonna have a
great time.
You know me, I have services. So what this is a show, but it's gonna be a service, okay? Okay.
All right. Well, we'll just move right on down the line. Ms. Minister Vivian L. Sharp is not here. I know in the house is Reverend Ben Fair and his committee.
Amen.
I'm here.
Cuyahoga County Detention Center, we've been working with since October the 6th. The plain dealer gave us a report on what was going over there, and it was the worst report in the United States. And we intend to do something about it. And the county council, get ready, because we're coming. I'm a boost the county executives. I want to know what's been going on over there. That article has been in the paper, came out October the 6th, and I haven't seen any change. So we want to get 2022 started. And Reverend Ben Fair, would you please bring us up to date, you and your committee, on what's been going on at the Cuyahoga County Detention Center since our last meeting?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Bibb. Appreciate you. And we thank your viewing audience and your listening audience for the opportunity to share this important information with you concerning our juveniles at the Cuyahoga County Juvenile Detention Center. Just to share a bit of information, but before we do, I just want to share with you that our committee members consist of, we have here with us tonight our dear brother James Jerome Bell here tonight. And he's going to be sharing also. And on our committee also, we have Mike Seals, we have Eunice Jones, and hopefully we'll hear from them tonight concerning their committees. But I just want to start by saying to our viewing audience and to Mr. Bibbs and those of you that are present here tonight, that this is what the youth are saying in the Cuyahoga County Juvenile Detention Center. This is what they're saying. They're saying they are treating us like animals. We cannot come out of our rooms for we don't know how long. It says we are scared for our lives. We just want to see and hear our families again. And they say, please help us. This is a cry from our juveniles down at the Calhoun County Juvenile Detention Center. And our initiative is to stop the catastrophe and tragedy within our community regarding the future of our youth. And we want to say that the real tragedy is this. The real tragedy is the neglect and mistreatment of our youth and the isolation of our youth and depriving our youth of the necessary education, exercise, and programming that is necessary for the rehabilitation process of our youth. And we are looking to our elected officials, we're reaching out to our elected officials in our region and also in our activists, our local activists, community programmers, our organizations to help us to eliminate the inhumane treatment and conditions of our youth down at the Calhoun County Juvenile Detention Center. So Mr. Jerome Bell is going to come now and give his input on his committee. Mr. Bell?
Well, first and foremost, the juveniles at the detention center need us as stakeholders in the communities, parents and otherwise, to be their voice. They need a voice of hope, a voice of courage, a voice of change.
Yes.
That we need to let our elected officials and those who are in power know that there will be no more business as usual and just passing the buck as far as our children go. We need to, come together in our community to let the juveniles and the youth know that we are not only, number one, there for them, but we intend on being the catalyst for change. Because this juvenile system is broken in many ways. So it is our hope that this initiative moving forward will galvanize the remnants of change for our juveniles. And that is our hope and that is our goal.
All right. Thank you, Mr. James Jerome Bell, for your input, and thank you for your committee who's working to eliminate this condition of our youth down at the Calhoun County Juvenile Detention Center. Right now, we have one of our other committee members here present, Mr. Mike Seals. Mr. Seals, are you there?
I am.
All right. Could you just share with us what your committee is doing to eliminate this inhumane conditions of our juveniles at the Calhoun County Juvenile Detention Center?
Yes, sir. Just to add to, our committee is committed to dealing with the severe staffing shortages at our Juvenile Justice Center, which is, according to what we have read, the reason for our juveniles not receiving any educational programs. All the recreational programs are cut. They're forced, due to the staffing shortages, to stay in their cells for most of the day. We're confused as to how we can, find money to do everything else, county budget, but we can't find money to hire adequate staffing to make sure that our juveniles are being rehabilitated rather than set up for the industrial prison complex as they are being today. So we want to deal with the our elected officials and find out, why we have severe staffing shortages at our juvenile justice center.
Thank you, Mr. Seals. We appreciate that, and we look forward to working with you regarding the condition and humane treatment of our youth down at the Calhoun County Juvenile Detention Center. Do we have, also we have one of our other committee members, Ms. Eunice Jones. Is Ms. Eunice Jones online? All right, we want to hear from Ms. Eunice Jones at this time. You may be muted, Ms. Jones. Could you unmute your phone? All right, so thank you so very much, everyone, for your input and for your assistance regarding our strategy and the intent to eliminate the inhumane treatment and conditions of our youth down at the Calhoun County Juvenile Detention Center. May God bless you and may have a smile upon you. At this time, we're going to turn the further of our program back over to Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr.
Yes.
Thank you, Reverend Fair. Awesome report from your committee and your committee members, and we really appreciate it.
Yes.
And we look forward to this challenge at the Cuyahoga County Detention Center, and we do intend to see some changes in the near future.
Thank you.
The next part of our program, we're gonna, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King holiday is the 17th, and we'll be celebrating it.
Yes.
But because of COVID-19 and the city of East Cleveland, what we've been doing over the last 20 years is having a march from the East Cleveland Public Library to Starlight Baptist Church, where we will have where we've had quite a service, followed by a community lunch, and everything we did there was free and open to the public. And at that event is one of the hosts of the program tonight, the Reverend Brenda Ware Abels. Would you share with our audience some of your experience on Martin Luther King Day celebration in the city of East Cleveland over the last 20 years?
Mr. Bibb, you caught me by quite surprised, but I am so happy to have been one of the first ones to lead that march, along with a gentleman that a lot of our viewing and listening audience know by the name of the late Reverend Edward Small. And we were among the first, remember, years and years ago, to lead the parade down the street and then over to Starlight Baptist Church, of which he was the pastor. So many years, so many different activities, and it's just too numerous to remember. Amen. I mean, we need to have you just to have someone just to record all of those things. I'm sure someone still has pictures, and they can and they have where they can turn the cassettes into CDs now. So we'll be working on that. Amen.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, we'll work on that. But what a joyous time. What a time to remember all of the activities that happen right here in the city of Cleveland. All the gentlemen, the guests, the people that would come through. There would be no standing room at Starlight Baptist Church. And of course, we want to say a great big good evening to all of the late Reverend Edward Small's sons. And most of them are ministers. All of them are preachers, in fact, the late Reverend Edward Small. And, Mr. Bibb, we're thankful to have you still around, and you are still doing the same thing you were doing before. But because of what's going on now, I know we can't have that live at this time. We can't have it live, and we can't march down the street, but we can be a voice. And for these youth that those gentlemen was talking about. We can be a voice for our senior citizens. We can be that voice that's needed, Mr. Bibb.
thank you. You are right on target. And I'm so happy that the last 2 years we have not been able to have the
That's
march,
right. That's right.
but we did. We had the CEO of the East Cleveland School District and the new executive director of the East Cleveland Public Library, Mr. Carlos Latimer, who met at the fair, and they've been working together ever since. The East Cleveland Library and the East Cleveland School
Yes,
District.
yes.
And I thought that was a beautiful occasion.
Mhm.
And we're looking forward to having one live next year in 2023. We'll bring the committee back together and bring it back like we used to do in the old days.
Mhm.
And before we go away, would you tell them what you did at the event at Starlight Church?
In Starlight Church.
When we had the event at Starlight Church, the
Okay,
service,
one of the
what was the role that you played?
the speaker, the MC of the service,
Yeah.
and one of those partial speakers. And again, we want to thank all of the Starlight family. We'll just say the Starlight Baptist Church family for tolerating me. Let's say it that way. Because you know, at one time I was kind of young, talking to my grandson-in-law. I was kind of young too, and I had mentors. One of them happened to have been none other than Reverend Small himself,
That's
Sister
right.
Small, Mr. Bibb, Stanley Tolliver, Harrison. I could just go on and on and on and on, and your program will still be going, and I'll be going on and on and on because but I just thank God
Thank you
for
very
those people
kind.
that
And the
are
reason I
there.
asked you to share that with you,
Mhm.
because Reverend Edward Small, pastor of Starlight Baptist Church, requested that we have some mixture in the ministry there for this
Yes,
affair.
yes,
And you were the first uh, female minister that took place in a ceremony at Starlight, and you were right there at the mic in the center doing it. And everybody just enjoyed it, and they're still talking about our first 2 or 3 years that we did this affair.
Mr. Bibb, God did it.
Yeah.
God
And
did
so
it.
we were
Mhm.
so happy the way the Lord worked through Reverend Small and you, and we pulled that together. And we probably have one of the longest running Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King celebrations, where it included a march to the church, a service at the church.
Yes, yes.
You remember one year I had a double hitter, you and Wayne Dawson from Channel 8 on the
Yes.
same program.
Yeah.
And that was pretty big deal. That was a pretty
That
big
was
deal.
quite some time ago because that was during the time that I was on Channel 8 with Wayne Dawson on
Right.
Tuesday nights,
That's
the
right.
neighborhood show.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that was a blessing.
in
Mhm.
those days, we never thought that Wayne Dawson's brother would wind up being a municipal judge in East Cleveland,
Mm,
Judge William Dawson. So,
his brother,
Judge
yes.
William Dawson, if you're looking or listening tonight, get ready for next year because we're going to have a wonderful national holiday celebration
Mm.
to make up for the 2 years we missed. We can't make up for them, but we're going to do them big. And thank you. And if any of our audience that had said they could call in, now's a good time to call in. And if they don't call in tonight, since some of them were real busy, I'm gonna next week we're gonna bring back a
Yes.
few so we can share some of their experience with a real Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King National Holiday Affair.
Amen.
Right.
Mr. Bibb, before we share any more information, I would just like to ask our viewing and listening audience to hit the share button. Hit the share button and let everyone out there know that the legendary Charles E. Bibb is here on this service, this evening, this program with us a service to me this evening. So hit that share button and we can tell you hitting it right there. And we thank God again. Let's just give Wayne Dawson a great big hand because he's still doing quite a job.
Right.
And even as a pastor.
Wayne, you'll get the word some way. We may bring you back because you wasn't a pastor when we booked you. We have to make you a pastor, so we want to make sure you come back next year. So Reverend Brenda Well, you and I are gonna look for Wayne to tell him he's booked for 23. And so he can get an okay from the church this time before he didn't have his church. The Lord is wonderful. The Lord is wonderful.
Mhm.
Speaking of wonderful, I like to, Lady Red, we're doing Wonderful Wednesday like we did on the radio. but now we're doing Wonderful
Live
Wednesday
podcast,
on
yes.
podcast. Thank you, Lady Red. And anything else that we might have left out, Reverend Brenda Ware Abrams?
No, I think we said quite a bit. You
Okay.
mentioned Lady Red. We just want to say a great big good evening to you and God bless you. Thank you so much for coordinating this.
All right, thank you very kindly. And we'll keep our program moving. And today we're going deep into, it was an announcement made today, national announcement on the inflation that's taking place in this country.
Wow.
Those of you who didn't see it, you got a shock coming when you see the late news tonight. Meat, 15% in the last 2 weeks, meat have went up. Beef and veal have went up 18%. The average cost of groceries is up 7% the last 2 weeks. And gas for your car went up 50% in the last year, 50%.
Last year
And most people are not getting any extra money. So we are looking around to
What
see.
is extra money, Mr. Bill? What is
I
that?
said most people not getting any.
So
Most
we don't
people-
know what
not
it
most
is.
people is
We
not
don't
getting
know.
any. They made that price 18% on the meat and beef and veal 20% in our neighborhood. So we have to look around to see about some ways to add some additional income to the average household. We don't have those 501 and all those retired money set up for them. See if we can do something in our community to help them. So we had to reach out into the community and get a young man who's on the move, on cutting edge, that we did over the years, many network marketing programs together. But now I think we got one second to none. The industry is already here, but we got a new company gonna be doing it. And I want him to come forward. Mr. Garfield, are you in the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Would you share with this audience around the world, and especially the people in Atlanta, where I have a son, in Houston, Texas, where I got a son, in Los Angeles, California, near Los Angeles, where I have a daughter. They're listening and looking tonight.
Absolutely.
Mr. Garfield.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Bibb. First of all, I want to thank you guys for having me on here. We're going to share the delivery space. Company is called Snap Delivered. Not the same, one of the same concept of how you have Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub, but with a twist to that. Because you can't make any money definitely off if you share your experience and tell somebody to drive for DoorDash or Grubhub, you wouldn't get anything from that. Our company is totally different. So it's not delivered. You could come on, you could sign up absolutely free. So sign up for free, you get a promotional code from somebody, and then you will refer every single person that you share that code with, you would get paid. And then also you could refer drivers. Every driver that you referred, whenever they drive, every single delivery they make, you would also get paid. And that's in the whole United States. So also you could refer what's called restaurants. Every single restaurant that you refer, every order that comes out that restaurant, you will get paid as well. So the opportunity is phenomenal. So coming in as free, you'll be able to get paid on all your level one, which would be your personal referral. So on that level one, you will get the referral from somebody giving you restaurants, the driver or the customer, you will get paid on that. Then if you decided you really want to do the business on another level, we got a position called manager. You simply have to just upgrade from the free level. And you pay $299, that's paid once per year. That means you will get paid beyond your level one. So you get paid on the person you referred, the person they referred, and so on. Beyond your level one, you will get paid on all of those level transitioning down. No, every single person that you referred and they upgrade to a manager, you will also receive $60. So let's say you referred 100 people, just throwing a number out there. Those people referred, the 100 people decide, okay, we want to upgrade to a manager. that would have been 100 times $60. And every single year when they renew, you will still get that. So my goal is to get 10,000. So let's say you get 10,000 customers. One order per day would bring you $10,000 a day. They upgrade to a manager, that would have been $600,000. And that's going to come to you every single year when they renew that. You get paid just separately, and the driver, we just 10 restaurants, 10 drivers doing about 20 orders. The average income for you would be over $2,400. Just doing nothing else. Just coming out of that. So we have an opportunity to change everybody's life, because the other services like Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, they've been literally killing the restaurants. They charge anywhere from 10 up to 40%. So a restaurant is basically dying because of that, but they still managed to use that because during the COVID time, there was no alternative because people wasn't going inside the restaurants. So that take away from them their income. So now that it's dying down, the restaurants are dying out. So this is created to help the restaurant stay in business. But it also gives you a customer and everybody that uses the app an incentive, because now everybody could benefit. The customer benefit, the restaurant benefit, and you have a business opportunity in it where it costs you nothing to come in. So Mr. Bibb I think is going to share his code on here, where people could go and download the app. And that's called Snap Delivered. So that's delivered with an ED. Then you get that. You got Mr. Bibb code?
Yeah, she's coming up next when you finish.
Okay.
We'll put in and have Miss Candice give the commercial, then come back to you.
Okay, we have material, online training. We have a training that we do like on Saturday here in Cleveland. Where me and Mr. Bibb is in charge of that. We have online Zoom calls every Tuesday for managers and above. And then we have the regular calls for everybody else that's not a manager that could come on Thursdays at 9 p.m. And as long as you get in, we'll be able to provide with that as well. We have also the website. It's called opportunity.snapdelivered.com. All the information that you need about the business, about the company, about the compensation plan, you can find that on that website as well. As well as downloadable material, the comp plan, everything is on it that way you could download it and get that information. So everything is very transparent. We don't hide anything. You know, the other company, they had nickel and dime people hiding costs within the customers, hiding costs for the restaurant. So what they did, the restaurants are complaining a lot for like DoorDash and Grubhub. So what the company did, DoorDash did, is they took the cost and gave it to the customer. We're not going to do that. You know, there's going to be one flat fee. The only thing we charge is the $2 flat fee for restaurant. That's all they have to pay. Nothing else. There is no contract, no exclusivity. So they want to continue using the other service, they can. But we want to show them how they could get rid of the other companies and replace them by now they're not just saving money, but they're also making money. You know, it'll be the same drivers, but we're going to pay them better. We're going to give them benefits because the driver is the one that do most of the work. They pick up the food. They're the one that delivering the food. So they're dealing with the restaurant and the customer. So why shouldn't they get paid more? You know, so we have some incentives also set up for drivers as well. So if anybody that want to be a driver, we got incentive that's override, and the driver could also refer other drivers. So they get paid on those other drivers that they refer. Drivers could refer customers. So they get paid every order that customer made as well. And they could also refer a restaurant. So nobody's left out where they cannot make any money. Coming on Monday, Cleveland will go live as far as the delivery service is concerned. So if you want to open up a city, if your city is not open, if you go on a Snap Delivered and you download and your city is not open, it takes 10 restaurants and 10 drivers to open up a city. So in Cleveland, I think we already have about 30 restaurants. Dayton, we have 30 restaurants. Houston, Texas, within our team, we have another 10 restaurants. So all those cities will go live on Monday.
Very good, very good. We'll give you a chance to catch your breath, and we'll ask Ms. Candice Jones, would you share with us the commercial?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Bibb, and thank you, Garfield, for that explanation. My name is Candice Jones. I am a manager representative with SNAP Delivered. Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr. just joined SNAP Delivered. He is on my second level, and he qualified as a manager in 1 day with SNAP Delivered. What does SNAP Delivered do? SNAP Delivered is a new restaurant delivery service that is helping restaurants stay in business based on our very low $2 flat fee per delivery. You get paid 4 ways with SNAP Delivered. You get paid with SNAP Delivered when you refer a manager. You get paid from SNAP Delivered when you refer a driver. You get paid with SNAP Delivered when you refer a restaurant. You get paid with SNAP Delivered when you refer a customer. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's free to join SNAP Delivered, no charge to join at all. Saturday, January 15th, 2022, that's this coming Saturday, there will be a series of business opportunity presentations. Saturday from 2:30 to 3:30, SNAP Delivered business briefing for professionals, churches, organizations, and restaurants and drivers. From 3:30 to 4:30, SNAP Delivered leadership advanced training. 4:30 to 5:30, lunch, and there will be a SNAP Delivered and quick start training. You must RSVP to Charles E. Bibb Sr. at 216-659-4619. There's no charge to come to this training. Get started in the SNAP Delivered business. The training will be located at the Chandler Park Building, which is at 17325 Euclid Avenue, at the corner of Euclid Avenue and London Road. It will be on the second floor in the second floor conference room, which is suite number 2011. So we will follow the COVID-19 protocols. You must wear a mask and be vaccinated. Mr. Bibb was looking forward to you registering and notifying him that you want to be part of this business opportunity briefing. That's this Saturday, January 15th. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Bibb.
Thank you, Ms. Candice Jones. And Mr. Garfield, will you give them the opportunity website again?
Absolutely. So that website, again, is going to be opportunity.snapdelivered.com.
Okay, and the code for that number is 21A like an apple, 47, D like in dog, 0, and E like in Edward. When you get to that opportunity, this is the referral code you put in for Charles E. Bibb Sr. I'll give it to you again in case you missed it the first time. That's 21, A like an apple, 47, D like in dog, 0, and E like in Edward. Thank you. Mr. Garfield, now we'll ask you a few questions. Now, on the first session that we're having this Saturday, would you share with our audience who would be in attendance at that audience and what will you be talking about?
Okay, absolutely. So we're going to have a few drivers in attendance. I'll be in attendance as well. What we'll be speaking about is basically how you get started. And we're also going to show you how to sign up a restaurant, how to sign up drivers, how to sign up customers. So we're just not going to put you in business, by yourself and tell you, okay, go ahead and do that. We're actually going to train you on how to do it. We have a video training that's also online as well, but we want to show you step by step how to go out and get paid. We're also going to be talking about 2 other organizations. So there's a lot of organizations, churches, schools that do a lot of fundraising. And we want to show you guys how you could get fundraising without actually doing a fundraising. So we'll be able to show you that, people in the churches, the congregation, how you could start making an income just by coming in absolutely free. So that Saturday, we're going to be showing how to do that as well.
Thank you very kindly. Following that meeting, we'll have another meeting for those in the greater Cleveland area who are already in the business, and we'll have what we call advanced training for those, because there's a great opportunity for this company and for the company reps. So we have to be trained, because we haven't had anything like this before, where you can get in the business and make money without having to spend money before you get it. And I've been in this business a long time, network marketing, but I haven't seen anything like this since Amway and Apple over 70 years ago. So, Mr. Garfield, we want to thank you for attending this today and sharing this with us. Before we go, would you share with us how long the company's been in business?
Absolutely. Yeah, so the company, we are absolutely new. We just started out in June of 2021. And it's at the ground floor level. So you may see cities popped up. If you go on the website, we just started to mark on the website different indicators to show the city that's already open. So it's a brand new company. Just figure if you guys was trying to get into Amazon, when Amazon, Uber, DoorDash had just got started, and you was able to get a piece of that. That's what this is about. You're getting in at the ground floor level of a company that's on its way to be $1 billion company.
Very good, very good. Reverend Abrams, Ms. Candice Jones, any questions from one of the founders in this area speaking to us? He has on the ground floor when he came into business. And we were very fortunate to have him in the greater Cleveland area. Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. I'll have a lot of questions after we sign off, and then I'll just burn his ear up.
But if you do have any questions, just come to the business briefings on Saturday, and you can get all your questions answered there. Again, that's Saturday, January 15th, and the location is 17325 Euclid Avenue at London Road. It's in the Chandler Park building. It will be on the second floor conference room, suite number 2011. So look forward to seeing you there.
All right. Ms. Candice, I'm going to have Mr. James Jerome Bell come and tell us about his real estate company. Then next, I'm going to have Miss Brenda Ware Abrams going to share a young man that has him another business.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, get Mr. James Jerome Bell.
Okay.
But while he's coming, would you have the young man who has a business? He's with us today. We want to help him out.
Yes. None other than Dante Moore, and he has a business, Moore, HELP, and he'll tell us more about that shortly. But meanwhile, we are waiting now for Mr. Bell to come in. But then Mr. Moore following Mr. Bell, right?
Right.
And again, we're so happy that you tuned in today, hoping that something that we said, something we shared with you will help you as you go along from day to day. At this time, though, I believe we have Mr. Bell is not available at this time.
No.
Okay, so we're going to ask Mr. Moore if he would step right on into the studio so we can he can tell
while
us.
Mr. Moore is getting ready, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
Since I was in the same studio with you Sunday,
Yes.
I would like for you to share with our audience why we were here this past Sunday.
Okay, we were doing a virtual show. I don't do show service. We did a virtual service on this past Sunday right here at KAZ Radio, And of course, our engineer was the fully capable, none other than Apostle Larry James himself, and he's on the controls at this time, and he's our engineer. But we had we had a time Sunday. This young man was with us on this past Sunday, he and his family, and we thank God for him today. But at this time, he's going to share just some information, and then he will be back soon. In fact, we'll be taping Saturday, so I won't be able to make that event. So
Okay.
I'll be taping for the TV, and Mr. Morris is going to be with me, and he's the proprietor of MOORE space H period E period L period P period, and I want to know what that means myself.
First off, I'd like to say thank y'all for having me. Thank you, Mr. Bibb. Thank you, Mr. Bibb.
Excuse me for just one moment, real quickly. I just want to thank God for these young people. Again, we have positive young people that's doing positive things. We have positive young people doing positive things, and this happens to be one of them, as you heard from the juvenile people earlier. And we want him to tell you exactly what he's doing.
Okay, yeah, but like I was saying, first of all, thank you, most certainly, Mr. Bibb, you as well. My name is Dante Moore. My business is More Help. I do boxing fitness. The HELP stands for health, energy, life, and patience. I'm saying, I feel like you need to have all of those things to be complete.
Yes.
You know
Could you repeat that for us loudly, please?
The HELP stands for health, energy, life, and patience. I feel like everybody needs those things. You got to have patience. When working out, it's not an easy task. Not an easy task at all. And your health is very important. So you got to make sure that you're healthy, to be around with your grandkids, to be around with your kids, to be around with your family and friends. And that's very important. People don't understand that working out is a very big part of life. You know what I'm saying? If you don't work out and you don't use your muscles, they will go out on you. And that's a proven fact. So I named my business More Help because I honestly, genuinely want to help people, you know what I'm saying, get in shape, do better, and feel better. Because once you works out, that releases dopamines, and you'll be able to feel like you have more energy. And if you have more energy, you have more life.
Okay, Mr. Moore, I want to introduce to you Apostle Larry James. Apostle Larry James works out, and he works out and includes scriptures in his working out. So I'm sure that you could talk to Apostle and I didn't say me, I said Apostle, okay? And make sure that you touch base with him. Maybe you all when we network.
Yeah.
It's called networking. Okay.
I definitely will.
Okay, and how long have you been in business?
I have a gym right on Euclid, 17325 Euclid Avenue. And I've been up there for about a year now.
About a year?
I've been training for about 3 years now, but I've recently had my own gym starting last year.
I understand your father was into the same thing. I don't mean to bring up no negative memories, but meanwhile, your late father,
right,
he started you out.
Yeah. My dad, rest in peace to him, Daryl Moore, trained me. Not only him, Johnny Duncan, good coach of mine, and also Joe Dale guy helped me along the way. Romeo Connor.
See, we have some positive youth. We always, I just have to say on the news, we always hear a lot of negative about our youth. There's positivity sitting right there.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Johnny Duncan came out of East Cleveland.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Right.
Yeah.
I was on city council when we opened up our civic center for him to use for the boxing.
Oh my goodness.
East Cleveland. So there's a connection right there.
There's another connection because Chandler Park.
Right.
It's located at Chandler Park.
You give the address for Chandler Park, it's a known building, so always use Chandler Park.
Okay.
The address, Chandler Park.
Okay.
So when you gave me the address first time we met, I said, that's what my office is, in Chandler Park. But you didn't give it. Now, you on the 4th floor in Chandler Park.
Yeah, 4180, Suite 80, 4180.
Now, what happens up there in your office?
I just work people out, teach them boxing fitness. You know, with boxing have helped me a lot over my life. It taught me discipline. It taught me how to stay focused, how to really zone in on things. Not to mention that it's healthy for you. The workout is just pure good in so many words, if you get what I'm saying. But it teaches you a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know how to control what I eat. I know how to be precise. I know how to do a lot of things. And I learned all of that from boxing. Not only did I learn that from boxing, but boxing also taught me camaraderie. I've had good friends all over Cleveland that we're still good friends from the time we were kids.
Do you have any particular hours?
Yeah, I work from 8 to 8 a.m. to 8 at night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
At Chandler Park.
Yeah, at Chandler Park.
Okay.
That's one of my New Year's resolutions,
Mhm.
is to try to start working. Don't tell the boxer, don't worry, I won't be boxing.
I'm not gonna say that. Lady Red, how about you?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Okay, very good.
Okay,
And-
we want to thank you for
Well,
stopping by, and certainly we hope to be seeing you real soon. Like I say, he's taping with me this coming Saturday.
Very good.
All right.
You're
Thank y'all
taping
for
at his
having me.
place is coming Saturday?
No,
No.
over in Mentor. I'll
Oh,
tell
he's
you
going
more
with
about
you to
that.
Mentor.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Very
All
good.
right. All right. Thank y'all. So
And for those that saw Sunday, yes, this is the same young man that was on my show Sunday, on my service Sunday with that little pretty baby. And you see the smile right there when the baby, you remember the baby?
Yeah,
That's
right.
the daddy.
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
So
Very
he's
good.
he's not just out there, he's a young man with a family, and he's doing a lot of good in the neighborhood.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
And I'm looking forward
Appreciate
to
you.
seeing you in your gym.
I appreciate it. Stop by on me.
I'm not gonna say that. Right, Candice?
Yeah.
Right.
Changing lanes a little bit. Ms. Candice Jones, would you share with our audience what's going on in the political world at the state level and the county level in the primary election of the Democratic Party?
Okay, so I have a list of candidates, Democratic candidates that will be running in 2022 in the primary elections. So we have for governor is Nan Whaley and Lieutenant Governor Cheryl Stevens. So they will be running mates together. We have John Cranley and Teresa Fedor also running for governor and lieutenant governor. We have running for state auditor, Taylor Sappington. We have running for Secretary of State, Chelsea Clark. We have running for Attorney General, Jeff Crossman. Running for State Senate, Tim Ryan. Running for U.S. Senate, Morgan Harper. Running for now I'll go into the Supreme Court positions.
Yeah, before you leave that, we want to add, go back and the candidates for governor, I'm going to share something with our audience. Give us those names again.
Candidates for governor are Nan Whaley and Lieutenant Governor Cheryl Stevens.
Okay, that's what I want to share with our live audience. Cheryl Stevens is on the Cuyahoga County Council right now in Cuyahoga County. And she just happened to be Abrams, my county council person. And quite an achievement for her. She lives in Cleveland Heights as a county councilman, and simultaneously she's running for lieutenant governor of Ohio. That's quite an achievement, and she's an African American. That's quite an achievement, and we want to see what we can do to get that train rolling for our own Cheryl Stevens from Cuyahoga County. Go right
Okay.
ahead, Ms. Candice.
Okay, so I'll get into some of the judicial positions. Judge Marilyn Zayas is running for State Supreme Court. Judge Terry Jameson is running for State Supreme Court. Judge Jennifer Bruner is running for Chief Justice, State Supreme Court. Those are the State Supreme Court positions I am aware of. But the judicial positions for Cuyahoga County has a number of candidates as well.
I do like the
And
look.
sometimes
And the look is
the judicial positions are left out. But before I get into any more of those, I want to go over the candidates that are running for county executive, Cuyahoga County County Executive. We have Chris Renone, Brad Sellers, and Shirley Smith. Those are the Democratic candidates that are running for Cuyahoga County County Executive. Our current county executive, Armin Budish, is not running for re-election. So this will be somebody new taking that position once the elections are completed.
Okay, Ms. Candice Jones, I'll add another piece in that too. I know you're working in a campaign for county juvenile judge. Would you share us or our audience some information about this young man?
Okay, I am helping out with the campaign for Martinio Rucker. Martinio Rucker is running for the Cuyahoga County Juvenile Court Judge in the position that will start on January 1st, 2023. The primary election is May the 3rd. Martinio has a strong background in the legal profession. He's been over 33 years in the legal profession. He spent 14 and a half years as a juvenile court magistrate. His goal and his passion is to help our young people advance to do opportunities that they can. We talked about the Juvenile Justice Center today, and Antonio Rucker, once he is elected as judge, he has some plans that he would like to put in place for the juvenile justice system to help our young people as well. So Antonio Rucker for juvenile court judge in the primary election on May 3rd, 2022. Early voting for that primary election starts April the 4th. And you must be a registered voter in Cuyahoga County by April the 3rd to be able to vote in that election, in the primary election.
Let
Would
me,
you repeat that? You need to repeat that.
breaking news. The Ohio Supreme Court will determine when the campaign and elections and new dates will be. I was going to give you this as a part of my closing remarks, but since it just happened today, the Ohio Supreme Court made a ruling today on the redistricting of the state Senate races and the state House races. They told the General Assembly they have to go back and in 10 days come back before the Ohio Supreme Court with new maps. When you understand that? That means everything's going to be turned around because the filing deadline is February the 2nd.
Mhm.
The Ohio Supreme Court told us when the suit was filed, they might have to change the date. I think you were on the call when we heard that.
Right.
So right now we'll wait to see what happens. They had 10 days from the date to bring new maps for the state Senate and the state representative.
Right.
So we'll have an update on that for our audience next week, and we'll be watching closely the media to see what they add to it and making a report that they did not do a ruling on the maps. They're going to send them back to draw new maps.
Okay.
So if they can't even start to file, or they don't, I'm not file, but run that petitions because they don't know where they're going to
Right.
be. So that's going to throw everything off. We're going to see because the
So,
Ohio Supreme Court is totally in charge.
so are you saying it looks like the primary election may not be May 3rd?
No,
We don't know that yet.
no, it looks like when we were on the call with former holder of Obama administration, said that they could be changed. It look like it might be changed now.
Okay,
Because they can't even circulate petitions to
right.
get on the ballot.
Mhm.
And they haven't made a ruling. They're just gonna get their new maps in on the 10th.
Mhm.
We don't know when they're gonna see them or when they might make a ruling on those.
Right.
So, but
Mhm.
we will have, and if you will get with Reverend Fair, is Reverend Fair still here?
I believe so.
No,
Yes.
okay. I'll close with you and him at the end and have us a report next week on where things are on the whole Supreme Court.
Okay.
Thank you very kindly.
Mr. Bibb,
Yeah.
could you just introduce to our listener? I know a lot of you think she's familiar, and she is your former position.
Yes. My name is Candice Jones, and I said that before, but I am a former Euclid City Council representative from 2008 to 2015. I served 3 terms on Euclid City Council. I was the first African-American on City Council for the city of Euclid. And I stepped down. God had other plans for me to do. I stepped down because my granddaughters came to stay with me at that time. So I felt I needed to devote the time for them at that point. But I'm still involved in activities within the city. I am on PTA at the elementary school, Bluestone Elementary School. So still staying connected in the community, even though we're going through this COVID time, still trying to stay connected. So that's why I felt it important that, I helped Rantonio out with his campaign.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, for
Thank
the
you.
women.
Good report. Yeah, the women are moving fast. That's why I had to back up, Reverend, to tell them Cheryl Stevenson is from Cleveland Heights, running from Lieutenant Governor, and she's in the Cuyahoga County Council at this time.
We're on the move.
That's quite an achievement for the women of Cuyahoga County, right? And while I'm talking to you, Reverend Brenda Well Abrams, we had a nice cold COVID-19 anniversary for you. Are you planning to do anything in the summer, anything?
Yes, we'll be discussing that in the future. We will be having an event, and I've already solicited Candice, Lady Red, you call her. We're gonna be doing something, but we'll let you know, give more information in a future date.
But you will
Yeah,
be
we
doing
have
something
to-
this summer. Very good.
It's
Very
God's
good.
plan.
All right. Very good. Very good. While we are giving news, and want to let you know that the mayor of Cleveland, Justin Bibb, and the mayor of Cincinnati, who is also a new mayor, went to Governor DeWine to get some testing for the COVID-19. But when they went to talk to the governor told them that he could not help them, that they should go and see Biden. So we haven't heard anything if they've been able to reach Biden or not. But I know they did start at the COVID-19 trying to get testing for both Greater Cleveland, for Cleveland and for Cincinnati. The other agenda coming out of Cleveland, Mayor Justin Bibb has formed a task force. And we'll be, Ms. Candice, I'll be needing a report on that next week. They met today, if you make a note, and Reverend Brenda Ware Abrams, since you are a Cleveland, would you try to see what happened on their first meeting? It's a blue ribbon meeting, not coming out of City Hall, but for people at large in Greater Cleveland to see what they can do with this record-breaking COVID-19. The news, national news, we are in the top 10 states in the United States out of 50. And that's the one, we don't want to be in that top 10. So we're going to watch
Mr.
this.
Bill, I noticed we're running out of time, but we have texts that they want to know about the information, how they can get in touch with Mr. Moore. They're texting us, asking us how to get in touch with Mr. Moore, and he's not available at the moment.
Okay,
So we'll be letting you know just to stay tuned.
No, we'll get in we're gonna have them
I
get in
don't know
touch
if we
with
have-
me.
I don't know if we, yeah.
No, I get him.
okay.
Charles E. Bibb Senior. 216-659-4619. If you call me anytime from 11 to 10,
Repeat.
11 a.m. to 10, the number is 216-659-4619. And I'll make sure that Miss